Good morning everyone. Maayong buntag sa inyong tanan gikan dinhi sa Guam. Karon, let's actually right now. I don't know why I was speaking in Cebuano. This is actually a beginner's video. So anyway, I thought about taking a break from from the intermediate and the grammar loaded videos because it's a lot to explain, a lot to cover. So those of you right now who are in the intermediate series. I wish you good luck and congratulations on making it that far. Again, Cebuano is a pretty tough language. But again, your efforts in making it that far, congratulations and good luck with your endeavors. I will still be continuing more of these videos, um, but I'm just taking a break in the meantime for um, a part two of this interjections video. Just to slow things down a bit, so to speak. But anyway, let's move on to interjections. I want to talk about these common interjections, right? And I got ideas about culture and everything like that, and so I decided to make this kind of video and explain to you, right? Now, interjections are common in almost all languages, or it's a universal thing, right? Cebuano is no exception. English, they have them. They're really useful expressions. You can sound like a native speaker. Just don't mix your languages again. Um, again, and with the thing with interjections, though, it's gonna vary from person to person. So everyone is gonna have their own form of interjection, because you can create your own interjection. And these interjections are what they kind of what make the language or push the language to evolve in a way. So some of these interjections are commonly used. The ones I'm going to explain are commonly used or commonly heard, but again, everyone has their own variation. And yeah, let's begin. So the first interjection I have is aba, right? Aba. Aba is an expression that people can use, Aba. It means more like somewhere along the lines of that you were surprised or to see something, or surprised to know about something, or an expression of surprise. Yeah, an expression of surprise or something that you weren't expecting, okay? Aba, what? Really? Aba. It's kind of like that. Or if you discovered something and you're like, Abba. Um, some people say it, my uncle says it. I don't know about you out there, but I know it exists, all right? The next one is diha, right? Diha uy. Most commonly, you can add like uy or more other interjections with these lists of interjections, right? Actually, diha is a funny one because my mom says it a lot. Diha uy, it's more like saying, "Oh, really?" Sometimes you can even use other expressions like mao to indicate an interjection. Uy, mao ba? Or you can even use the enclitic particles. Oh, mao di ay ba? Di ay ba? Diha ka uy. It amplifies the expression, right? It amplifies it. So diha literally translates to there. Okay, there, like close to you, there, as in a demonstrative pronoun, right? There. But in the expression here, we can see it like diha uy or diha ka. If you put ka there, it means you, right? Diha ka uy means like you there, you there. Because maybe somebody heard something, or maybe somebody told you something, or you heard something from someone, right? And you don't believe that person, or you were shocked to hear what that person had to say, or surprised to hear what he or she had to say. So you're like, oh, you really, you right there, yeah, you right there. I think that's where the expression originated. Okay, don't quote me on that, but it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Diha ka uy, diha uy, really. And it's just an expression of are you serious, or seriously, The next one we have is kuyawa. Okay, now this is a verb. Kuyawa is the expression that comes from that word. And kuyao means more like something that's dreadful or frightful. It's more of like an adjective, I guess, over a verb, but adjectives can act like verbs, right? But now that we know what a does when you add it, kuya wa, right? That a at the end, it makes it into a more of a command, right? But in this case, it's an expression, right? Now, it makes sense too, because if kuyao means something that's like, I guess, frightful or unexpected, right? If we make kuyao into this expression, adding the a command at the end, we can translate kuyao as something closer to something like incredible, right? Because you're having a hard time, or you're scared to believe something, you're having a hard time believing it, something that you're worried about, right? Kuyawa, it's like, oh wow, incredible, kuyawa uy. Or because that made it so that it's in a non-focus, right? We can now add something, a non-focus clause saying something like, "Oy, kuyawa ni mo, uy, yeah, you're incredible. Wow, I can't believe you." It makes it into that kind of expression. So kuyawa uy, kuyawa ni mo diha uy, or kuyawa gyud uy. Again, when you start adding on these enclitic particles or even other interjections, it just amplifies the expression more. All right. Another thing, that a side note here, that you can use to amplify these situations is the facial expressions and the facial features that you pose, or that you put on, right? So if you have especially a lot of Cebuano speakers do this, right? They change their facial expressions and facial features by changing the muscles in their face, to make the situation or the expression more serious and amplified, right? And you'll see that a lot. Right? I do it too. It's just a cultural thing. I think I should make a video of like cultural notes and stuff like that. I don't know. You tell me what. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Moving on. Yehey. Okay, so yehey is a common way of saying, and this is just general and for Filipinos, right? It's not just Cebuano speakers, but generally, like, people will say yay. It's their version of saying yay or yeah, yay when something good happened, right? Or maybe you were celebrating on someone's misfortune, or someone's, I don't know, someone's, so, so that's actually kind of a bad thing, but you were celebrating on someone else's behalf, or your own behalf, but you're just celebrating because something positive that you thought happened, right? So you're like, yay, yeah, yay, okay? The next one is hala, right? Uy, hala. Now this one has some various origins, okay? One theory of an origin would be ojalá, right? Ojalá, which comes from Spanish, and ultimately ojalá came from the Arabic expression inshallah, right? Inshallah. So inshallah means God willing, or in may something be in God's hands. Actually, we have a Cebuano expression for that, which is puhon puhon, right? Puhon, which is God willing, inshallah, right? And then in Spanish, that got translated, or it got carried and borrowed in Spanish as ojalá, right? Ojalá, right? And it still means the same thing. Ojalá que blah 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 blah. When Spanish speakers say that, it's like, may in God's hands be that blah 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 blah. It expresses a subjunctive mood. Okay, it triggers a subjunctive expression. And then in Cebuano, we have something similar. It's hala, right, without the o. But sometimes you can say oh, or uy hala, oy hala. You see, it also kind of expresses it in that manner. However, this is an interjection, so that's why I don't think this theory works for whoever believes in that theory. So that's just one theory. Other theories are just, I don't know, defunct. But that's one theory of where hala came from. Another theory is that it was borrowed in from Tagalog, which is possible. I mean, the Tagalogs, their culture has that too. I don't really know much about their Tagalog culture, but yeah. But hala just means it's an expression of surprise. So it's kind of like abba. Hala and abba are similar. Like hala, abba. It's more of like along the lines of my, oh my, hala, but it can also be used an expression of concern or worry. Like someone told you something, and you go, or you say hala, like, oh man, really? Like you're concerned, or you're in surprise at them with something, that you're a little concerned. It has that kind of connotation. Okay, moving on to this other one is this one my grandmother says it a lot. Hai Ginoo, which means oh God, you know, Ginoo meaning God, okay, God. Hai Ginoo, oh God. It's kind of like the English way of saying oh God, really? You know, Hai Ginoo. Don't you know when you're I guess a little when you're tired of hearing someone saying something, Hai Ginoo, or you're like really exhausted from hearing it, you know. You can also say this expression as, you know, after you hear someone say something really funny and you're like, God damn. It's kind of like, oh, God damn, right? Um, but another expression you can also say with that is like, ay, pastilan is like, oh, dang it, oh, damn it. It's not really a cuss word, but it can kind of be if you make it into one. So it's more like, ah, shoot, dang it, you know, ay, pastilan, ay, dang it, you know. Hi, you know, it was more like, oh God, here we go again. You know, it's that kind of connotation. I guess that's the best way I can explain. Hi, you know, oh, here we go again. Oh God. Okay. In English, we have that. Okay. And this is some examples here on this side is like how I said earlier, where people make up their own. That first one, the Diyos ko, actually came from borrowed Tagalog, okay? Ay, Diyos ko, you know, ay, Diyos ko. It means, oh my God. Ay, Diyos ko, ay, Diyos mío. You can say stuff like, you know, ay, Diyos ko. Or, I mean, you don't hear this. Tagalog people will say it, but it's more like, ay, nako. But, ay, Diyos nako. You can kind of see where that's coming from with the Cebuano borrowing. Ay, Dios nako, you know? Oh my God. But this is, that Dios ko is more of like a Tagalog borrowing, okay? And down here are two examples of what I hear from people creating their own interjection, which is like, atay, you know, atay. Actually, atay literally means liver, okay? But you know, you have sometimes you have a group of friends and they're like, yeah, whoa, sweet, cool, awesome, they're like atay, you know, or when they're like they hear something shocking that you told them and they're like atay, you know, stuff like that. And then another this bottom one here, buaya, is another example of that people make up on their own. My aunt actually says this one, my tia, she says buya, ay buya, buaya. She says that. Buaya. Ay buaya. It literally means like a crocodile. So ay buaya. It's kind of like their own expression. So everyone has, again, these are just like, you can make your own little expressions. And on top of that, you can add on whatchamacallit, you can add on other interjections, other enclitic particles, and you can even make these interjections into diminutives. Okay, so if you remember about the diminutives, other interjections, and enclitic particles, when you start adding them on together, it can make you sound like a native speaker. So this is very useful. And last but not least is the almighty Jesus Maria Josep, right? This one just literally means Jesus, Mary, Joseph, right? The trio, okay? the Christmas trio, okay? So we have Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And it's just when people say this, especially older women and older females, Jesus Maria Josep is more saying like, oh my goodness, it's kind of like saying, where was that? Hala. Or Hai Ginu, or like, oh my God, right? Because you're expressing this religious trio in terms of, oh goodness, Jesus Maria Josep, help them, you know, kind of like, oh help me, God help me, or like God help you in a way, because you need it. But there are variations to this, Jesus, Mary, Joseph. So instead of saying it so long, right, where the, you know, standardly it is supposed to be Jesus Maria Josep and said really fast. But when people say it really fast, you have Sus Maria, Hi Sus Maria. You'll have some people say that, or sometimes they'll just say the sus part of Jesus. Sus, Jesus, you know, Hi Sus, and they'll have their own, again, facial expressions that can amplify this meaning. Okay, so you'll hear some of these. You can use some of these. I would actually be wary about this one. Hi Sus. This is just be careful when you use this one. It's just weird. But, you know, there you go. Expressions and common interjections that you can use to help you express yourself. And don't forget the facial expressions.